Hey guys, Mike here. I want to show you what we've got here in terms of our spreadsheets for calculating profit and loss. Sometimes it gets a little bit too generalized with all the houses that we're running in terms of QuickBooks and where fees are going and all that. And I would like to know on a house by house level, are we looking at like paying too much for supplies? Are we paying our maids too much? Are we not paying our maids enough? And what's the padding on all of these things? So what I've created is basically this spreadsheet, which has helped me tremendously. For setting up the first time, what we've got are these here. So what we'll use is like the external doors, right? Say there's five. That's going to tell us the number of locks, the number of handles, the number of items that we need. How many bathrooms? Say it's got three, right? And then how many, I'm sorry, that's a bedrooms. And then say we've got two bathrooms. Does it have a deck? Does it have a backyard? How many windows? The windows are actually important for the calculations of blinds, curtains, shades, things like that. Is there an office? You could have no. And then floors. Is it first floor, second floor? Is it basement? Something along those lines. And then whether or not you allow pets. Once you fill that in, then the sheet is going to pre-populate all of the data that you need in terms of the number of items you're going to have for pets, the number of items you're going to need for the bathroom. So do you need one soap dispenser for one bathroom or three for three bathrooms? Then in here, what you're going to do is fill out the name, right? So you could call it 11516 Street. You could call it the spot, whatever you want internally, doesn't matter. And you see how that will change there. It will also change here in that sheet, and then it will also change over here in the breakdown. So we get high level on the left to deep on the right. So what we're looking at here in terms of cash flow, this is going to pull everything that we do on this sheet into an overview. And then what you can do is duplicate this row if you've got two, three, or four houses, and then you'll see the overall profit and loss. So obviously ours is called the Superhost profit and loss in there, but you could name yours whatever you want. It'll change based on the business name on the other side. So you can see that there. That being said, I'm going to skip this sheet for just a minute and go into this one because this is where all the detail pulls in from. This one's going to look a little intimidating at first, but once you get to know it, it's pretty simple. So we've got January, February, March, April, May, June, July, going all the way across for 2022. You can see up to July, it says actual underneath. And that's because after the month is over, so on May 31st, or excuse me, on June 1st, I'll go in and I'll reconcile all of the numbers from May. So how much did we pay the cleaners? Did we have any receipts for conditioner, shampoo, replacement blanket, sheets, mattresses, whatever? We'll put all of that in there. And then what we'll do is pull all of the income, which you can actually export from Airbnb and VRBO. You can export the reservations, and that has a total. So we create a quick pivot table and then put whatever the income was from Airbnb, VRBO. If there's other income, maybe that's a refund or a contractor didn't work and you had already recorded it, something like that. So you could have whatever the other income is there. And then if you have any long-term rental income, sometimes we have travel nurses, which we consider long-term rental since it doesn't fall under these two. Then we would put that there. Then what this will do is calculate the total of all of your income. And then you come down here to the expenses. And what you'll see, this is where it starts to look really intimidating, is all of these little expansion boxes are the rooms that you set up on the other side. So bathroom, bedroom, general, kitchen, laundry, living, utilities, maintenance, fees, yard, deck, and office. That's how we've broken ours down. It tends to cover everything that most houses have. If you do need to add some more, you can just add rows. It's not incredibly complicated in here. So once you do this, what we've been doing is keeping all of these as a negative. So you'll expect, we'll say electricity. So say you do equals minus 100 right there. That's what we do. That way you can add more. So say it's like, oh, it costs $100 for the first time, but then there was like a $23 fee on top of that. You'll see 100 minus 23 is 123. That adds up there. So say that's the same, we're going to put the internet. So equals minus 51. And then down here, garbage equals minus 96, right? Those are about average fees for us here. Then what you're going to do is collapse that, and you'll see that let's collapse all these. Your total income was 3,500. Your total expenses were 292. Now, obviously, that's going to be a lot more in reality, but for the sake of this example, you've got 292, and then you've got the net income here, profit and loss, gross profit and loss at 3,208. What's cool is that then runs in here, right? So you've got the spot, you've got 3,208 net, you've got 3,500 income and 292 there. This automatically pulls. And then what you're going to see on this side, this is all other income. So say that these are accurate, right? then what you'll have is a net profit or total profit and loss of, I'm sorry, it's a gross profit, not a net profit, of $4,008, right? Now, as you get more houses, what you'll do is just duplicate these rows underneath and add them in here. We can do that for you. If you guys have questions, just shoot us your sheet and we'll adjust it. But what we'll do is add that in here. So you'll see this, August will go from 4,000 to 8,000 to 12,000 to so on and so forth as you add other houses if they're all doing the same profitability level as this one. So there are also some resources in the front here. So if you have suggestions or need edits, this is how you get in contact with us. If you like this, please review the page. I'd really like to get feedback from you guys in the review section on Facebook. And then if you're ready to expand past Google Sheets, I recommend looking at Avail. We use Avail for just about everything in terms of lease setups, any sort of long-term travel nurse renters, so on and so forth. There's a lot that they do, and they've worked out really well for us. Plus, it's very easy to start and stop Avail to go back to Airbnb if you're doing short term. So let us know if you guys have questions. Again, this is how to get in contact with us, and I appreciate your time.